Okay, so let's look at the stock market, this S&P 500 futures. Now, these are the September contracts because TD Ameritrade, this is the TOS platform. They've already moved over to September contracts as far as showing the continuous contract here. You know, technically, though, it really doesn't end until Friday for options. That's June. Yeah. So anyways, for the weekly chart, really doesn't make that big of a difference. We'll just stick with the continuous contract. So as you can see right here, weekly chart, pretty elevated, right? This sucker's really taken off, looking really nice. Keep, in mind August 13th, probably going to be a cycle low there. Also right around, as I mentioned before, about the week of July 3rd. Keep an eye on that. The SMI is really elevated here on the weekly chart. This is pretty high up in this area. So is the MACD, 80. They're both up in the 80s. So this is really high for the weekly chart too. And I see divergence here. The weekly chart is way up here at 416. That's also really high. So everything's elevated on this weekly chart. Keep that in mind. I mean, the market may surprise some people with a pullback. I'm not saying it's going to happen because the market's very bullish right now, especially with the Fed continuing to play games and pretend like they know what the hell they're doing when they're just destroying the economy with their stupid bullshit policies. But anyways, let me go ahead and get rid of that right there. So over here on the daily chart, you can see, again, just keep in mind this is September futures contracts, guys. So when I talk about the contracts, I talk about futures here. They've already expired, or not expired, but rolled over a few days ago. Okay. And on to the September futures. Okay. Options, though, just all the options and quarterly options and every options you can think of expires this Friday. So those are two different products. Keep that in mind. Because anyway, the market's really elevated here, right? 44.39, really nice. June 21st approximately will be a cycle low. I don't think we're going to pull back that far, guys and gals. I don't even know if we may get back down to this 43.27. But we'll just see what this thing does. I think also there's a possibility that the market will continue to decline even after quad witching, which is this Friday. That's very common. Come down and then continue on down, after the quarterly option. So do I think 4327 is possible? Yeah, it's less than 100 points away from where we're at now. So yeah, I think that's possible. It may not get any lower than that. We'll just have to wait and see. Over here on the daily chart too, looking at the SMI, also very elevated. I said a couple days ago to all the members, which by the way, stick around and talk about the membership here in a little bit if you're interested in something like that. But I said if it gets between 70 and 80, it's pretty high. Well, here we are at 84. The daily MACD is not super elevated, but it is in comparison to recent times. You can see a lot of divergence begin to show up here on the Big Daddy forecast, my own indicator, and some divergence going on here in the certainty rate. So everything's definitely pointing to a pullback. I just don't think it'll be a big pullback. Okay, let's look at the trade of the day. Okay, a little bit of air conditioning kicking on because we're 100 degrees here in Texas, so just ignore any background noise. But look at this trade right here. This was at noon, 10 minutes after noon. Look at that right there. What an amazing alert. Which, of course, this chart is streamed to my members, the 5 to 15 minute and the 1 hour streamed to the members 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And they get the alerts on the Discord server. But look at this alert that came in right here. Talk about timely. Bam. How awesome was that? Right, as soon as this MACD crossed over like this, starts going down, you can see that, I mean, this one right here is such an easy trade, right? The SMI is going up, but look at the market. It just tracked sideways, didn't do anything. That's a telling sign the market's going to pull back as soon as this thing rolled over, and it did. Rolled over really hard. So maybe you catch it part of the way down this candlestick, call it 44.15, down to about 43.90. So 15, 10, 25 points. That's a nice little trade for these kind of small range days we're finding ourselves into. That's a third or maybe as much as almost a half of of the range of the day. So pretty nice trade right there, yeah. Here's another one right here that happened at 1:15, kind of late in the afternoon. But look at this trade, guys. This one was a no-brainer. I mean, it is a risky because the MACD is in negative territory, but you know, for those that want to take on a little more of a risky trade, halfway up this candlestick, maybe a little less than halfway, you're at 4,400. It runs all the way to 4,420, another 20 points right there. Really nice. Okay, so over here on the Discord server where all those services take place for the members, you can see here's the S&P 500 alerts channel, and all the different alerts show up in here. Some of the ones I already talked about in a previous video. Here's the one at the 1:15, came in 1 minute later, 1:16. Look at that, really nice, yeah? So these are trades that just, you know, trade alerts that come in throughout the day, all the way from last night, everything. You got 5 minutes in here, and you got one 15-minute alert in here. Okay, that's true for gold. If you want to trade gold commodities, crude oil. Okay, we got stock alerts, top 30 stock alerts for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are on this channel. For those that want to do swing trades, like I like to do quite a few swing trades, the daily alerts show up in here. Daily only alerts. Premium symbols. Okay, these are all symbols that my algorithm goes through and picks out. They go into this channel. Super, super nice. So if you like everything you're seeing in this video, okay, click on the first link in the description of this video. It'll be pinned to the top, the first comment also. We'll have the link to the Get a Server. That's my server. You come here, you click server subscriptions, okay, and you're going to get this page right here, $7.99. Guys and gals, that's an awesome deal for everything we just saw and all the alerts. Okay, in addition to that, you're also going to get, everything you see here in this rectangle. Okay, so I'll give you a moment here. You can just pause the video and you can just read this. Okay, so we already talked about the streaming charts, the S&P 500 alerts. Of course, you got daily in here as well. Top 30 stocks, talked about that. Premium symbols, my algorithm goes through and picks out premium symbols for futures, optional stocks, industries, which is pretty important for those that want to keep track of money flow. Okay, and some symbols that might be shortable. Okay, for members, welcome new members, and if you want to become a member, make sure you put your email in the email only channel on the Discord server, and then you'll get the nightly email with the S&P 500 chart, and I mock up the chart and give my opinion. Okay, hope you really enjoyed the video. Happy trading, everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.